What's going on?
You're here.
We're right across from each other.
Newest format for Bald and Hairy.
Yeah. What do you know?
We've never really done it like that.
Right next to each other.
Same screen.
Same screen.
No headphones. You can hear me. I can hear you.
Yeah.
We have a nice wilting plant.
It's kind of steamy out here.
It is a little warm. We're a little shiny.
We've been shiny all day.
We've been drinking a couple of these all day.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Florida.
It's been fun so far.
I mean, we've been drinking, playing golf,
As much as you can do during a pandemic.
Yeah, I think we've really squeezed as much as you can. We didn't go to any restaurants or anything because I don't know, I'm just not ready for that.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, you went to a brewery today, though.
I did go to a brewery. Masteries in St. Pete Beach. It's a good time. We were social distancing, and we had a couple beers. They were okay. Pretty decent beer.
A lot of people there.
Not a ton, maybe a dozen. But the beer was cold.
That's all you can.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
Nice breeze. It was a good time.
Isn't it weird that doing Bald and Hairy live is weirder than doing it?
Yeah, it is. Like what do we talk about? We're
guess
sitting right across from each other. Then we can go talk about whatever afterwards.
Because it's not like we haven't been talking for the past 5 days or whatever.
Yeah, so we were kind of talking beforehand, like, what are we going to talk about? Not that we're talked out, but we've been...
Whatever came to mind, you talked about rather than going, oh, let me remember that for Bald and Hairy. So
this will be interesting. But we got, I think, super interesting beer.
Very interesting beer. Speaking of breweries, so I'll tell. I mean, step in if I tell the story wrong. So, Bald's old boss is the champion of beer knowledge. We quit looking at the camera. It's weird when you look at the camera.
Are we supposed to be looking at each other? Or looking
yeah,
at
we're like you're just looking at each other. Like,
okay,
if you're on like a talk show, they don't sit there and look at the camera, right? Like,
I don't know.
Like,
I didn't know who we were supposed to look at.
But anyway, so his old boss is the champion of beer knowledge of the state of Nebraska, basically. Yeah. So
he's a beer genius.
So Bald was like, dude, give me some knowledge on beers I got to try or breweries I got to go to in Florida. And he goes, what? He says, well, where are you going?
Yeah, first he goes, are you just asking for beers that you can get in Nebraska from Florida? No, I'm in Florida.
Right.
And he's like, okay. And he actually called me up. I had just texted him, and he calls me.
Sure.
And he goes, number one question, where are you at in Florida?
Yeah.
And I said, the Tampa area.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts laughing.
Which, that's not usually a good sign if they start laughing and you're probably like, oh, shit.
And he goes, you hit the beer jackpot.
Which,
so,
it's true.
Pretty amazing. In the whole state of Florida, the beer expert who knows every beer market in the country knows that in Florida, Tampa is the market to go to. And so he says, I'm going to text you a list of breweries that are musts and a list of bars.
So on that list, there was a brewery that happens to be minutes from my house.
You didn't know about it, did you?
No, I heard of it. I had definitely heard of it. My wife's coworker, ex-coworker, whatever, always talked about it. And I always see it, driving home, I see the name of the brewery. So we went and picked up a few crowlers.
It's an interesting story because of the pandemic.
Sure.
They're only open for online orders.
Right. Like, I think you can call in by phone too,
Yeah.
whatever. But so I put in an online order of just things that looked interesting. And I went and picked them up. And the dude was super cool. I'm like, dude, this is the first time that we've had these, but I've heard a lot of good things. He's like, oh man, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy. I was going to tell him about Bald and Harry, but I could tell he just had some more. I mean, he was genuinely like interested in me.
This is where we need business cards. If
Yeah,
I'm needing to get
like,
business cards.
dude,
Just like,
check out the show in a week or something. Like, you guys would love it. Do you have an Instagram? I could, whatever.
Yeah.
They probably do. They probably have an Instagram.
Yeah. Well, we'll add that when we post it too. So.
Dude, we could do group selfie with the beer later. Not separate selfies.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do that though. Our selfie game is not strong.
Especially since we're super fat and it takes up the whole screen.
So when Bald got here, I go, dude, I always forget how much taller I am than you, because I'm like literally like 1.5 inches, 2 inches taller. Like it's like a definitive. And I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'8". Like,
yeah, and
you're 5'6".
5'6".
Yeah. And then he just goes, I forgot how fat you were. Like, douche. You douche.
Let's drink this beer though.
Dude,
so it's one big beer.
One big beer. That's why we I don't have any. We need to get beer glasses. How cool would it be if we got Bald and Harry beer glasses like etched into it or some shit? We should probably do that. So there's a movie I like called In Bruges, and one guy has like a regular beer, and then another guy like orders like a fancy beer, and he calls it, well, you're having a gay beer. He goes, and I'm not, because I am not gay. And so I got the gay beer glass. We're talking about this. We don't mean that in like gay people.
We love gay
I love gay people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love everybody. It doesn't matter if you're gay or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not offend anybody else.
No. Do you want to introduce this bad boy as I slide
You
it?
introduce it.
Since it's my neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Either. So we have Arkane, what do they call them? Arkane Aleworks. Tropic, like it's hot. It's a sour, and it's supposed to have coconut.
Pineapple and coconut.
Pineapple and coconut. It's going to be like a
body armor.
Body armor?
Body armor has coconut water in it. Have you ever had a body armor?
No.
No.
That was body. Anyway, I was going to say it's more like a pina colada.
Maybe.
Like a beer pina colada.
Yeah, maybe.
And then maybe we'll bust out in songs. Like,
we feel like pina colada. All right, open it up, big boy.
by the way, we've been hanging out with each other for days now, so don't worry about us distancing. One time I took a sip of his beer, and I'm like, that's probably pushing it. That's so. If we've given it to each other, it's already done. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're good.
We thought the Foster's can was big. That's interesting, dude. Take a whiff of that. It stinks at first. It stinks at first, but then you start getting like the pineapple.
I'm interested to see how it's going to smell after the pour.
We don't pour very often. Oh boy.
Oh, on the table.
I should probably. Oh, you want to hand me that paper towel right there? Look at that. Your beer glass is much bigger than mine. Look at me cleaning my table.
I'm gonna pour the whole thing. It smells It almost smells like pineapple juice.
Yeah, it definitely smells like pineapple juice. And do you smell the sourness in it though? Like
it's like smells like sour pineapple.
I almost have like saliva going into that. You know what I mean? Like, they're right though. Beer does smell a lot better when you pour it in a glass.
Yeah, it does smell better. It was like I don't know how to describe the smell in the can, but
something like that. Should we go for it?
Yeah. You digging it?
I love it.
Really?
I really like it.
It tastes like pineapple.
Definitely. I'm catching the coconut though.
To me,
oh man, here it comes. Here it comes. He gets so excited about something, and then it just doesn't come out to his expectations, and he just freaks out.
It's not that. It tastes like pineapple, but you get really good pineapple, and it tastes really good.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get like pineapple that's been left over in the fridge a couple days.
Okay.
It's more on that end of the pineapple spectrum.
Yeah, but it's the sour too. You know what I mean? You don't want this to taste like pineapple.
It's not a
juice.
Pineapple cider. I
understand. Right. If this was a pineapple cider, that'd be completely different. But it's a sour beer that has some pineapple in it. It's at 6%. Looks like it was brewed on May 26th.
Pretty fresh beer.
Yeah, totally. They do have their Instagram on here.
Facebook on there.
Share them with your friends on the interwebs. Huh. This is devised novel and ingenious methods of reducing this can to its smallest, most compact form. Whoa. Dude, it's good though. By the way, they call these the bottom. It's the big FN 32-ounce can. Big FN 32-ounce can. See, we have never. I had never bought a crowler or growler before. I don't think this qualifies as a.
No, it's just a big can of beer.
Just a big can of beer. It's just the unit of measurement is what it is.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I've never. Maybe a crowler is just a big can of beer.
What sucks is I think like a traditional crowler or growler, you got a plug on it so you don't have to drink the whole thing.
Good thing we're drinking it together.
Yeah, no, that's. It's just like us drinking our normal 16-ounce Miller Lights.
Yeah.
And the alcohol's not even that much more too. Is it growing on you?
A little bit. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's I'm not a huge fan of sours.
No, that's true. You're not a huge fan of that. I know. I understand.
So.
I love it.
But as far as sours go,
it's all tingly. I love it just gets you like.
You're a much bigger sour fan than I am.
I love it. And there were other ones on the menu too. There's one that says something about habanero in it. I don't know about that. I remember one time I ate jalapeno ice cream. Our dad made it, and he was like into this kick where he was making his homemade ice cream or some shit. And he decided to make jalapeno ice cream. So he like steeped the cream with like the innards of a jalapeno or something like that. And I'm like, that could be good. I took one bite and it literally felt like I got punched in the face. Like it was just like, ice cream. Like Oh,
Pretty bad.
just number one is the raw jalapeno taste. You know what I mean? Like
just
yeah, there's that. And then the heat just, because ice cream, like it like melts in your mouth. You know what I mean? So it just like coats everything. And then I did something, because like when something's hot, you're like, oh, ice cream will help that. So I'm like, oh God, no, God, no! Like, why did I do that? I'm such an idiot. It like helped for like half a second, and then it was just worse all over again. You okay?
My left foot fell asleep. And it's so tingly right now. What do you do?
Do you need to like walk around, like move your legs?
I'm good.
You may get a tennis ball out here. You can rub your foot on it. Don't you hate it when you take a dump that's too long and your legs fall asleep?
Yeah.
That ever happened to you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it too much because it means that you're taking a good dump.
Either that or you found something good on the internet to watch.
Yeah. You know, the one thing I have figured out over the last few days since I've been down here is I've been almost Facebook free. I haven't looked at Facebook that much. And I've realized it's full of garbage, dude. Like,
yeah, it's bad.
I don't care what this girl I barely knew in high school's kids are doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, especially for me, a guy who doesn't have kids and doesn't really care for no, I'm not saying like all kids. Like just like you said, some girl
like
from high school's kids.
Somebody
like
you barely knew in high school's kids.
Yeah.
I don't care if you drew a stick figure of mine.
If they do something really cool, then like, yeah, totally. Like I do love Halloween on Facebook. You see like all the kids' Halloween costumes and stuff like that. That's pretty fun. But
part of the deal with having your own kids, though, and I'll tell you, this is just being brutally honest. Once you have your own kids, you don't really give a shit about other people's kids.
What about
unless
family?
They're family.
Family? What about like
your
close
nieces
friends
and nephews? You care about.
Like
and maybe your close
like Dusty's kids.
Yes.
Like you're probably all about,
Yes, but just like kind of friends' kids, or like co-workers' kids, or whatever. Like I have my own, and they're probably better than everybody's kids are the best kids.
That's as a family of two with no kids. It's a lot of fun comparing the kids.
Yeah, don't say anything out loud.
No, totally. But it's very.
I'm sure that there's great things you have to say about my kids, and I'm sure that there's great things to say about Balder's kids, and I'm sure that there's great things to say about Corey's kids.
Totally. But I don't have to
you don't have to hold.
Well, my kids are better. You know what I mean? Like, no, I get to just look at them and figure it out. But it's also great, and you're an uncle too, so you probably feel the same way. You have like a unique relationship with each and every one of your nieces or nephews. Yes. Like it's very different for every single one of them. Like even your kids, all four of your kids, our relationship is drastically different on all four of them. Like it's interesting.
Yeah. It's a cool relationship, uncle.
Being an uncle's great. Especially
when you don't have your own kids.
Yes, totally. Because you actually look forward to seeing them, and then I can just dump them back on you.
Yeah,
it's great.
You send them all down here to live with you.
I have never babysat a kid.
Never?
I've never have it just be except for maybe 15, 20 minutes or something like that.
You never had a paid babysitting job?
No. I've never been the sole.
Have you ever changed a diaper? Yes,
maybe twice.
One of my kids?
Probably, because that was my first. Nephew. That was my first time of having, a kid. But I have never been the one who is responsible for a kid for more than 20 minutes at a time.
That's hilarious.
No overnight. No kid. No parents are going somewhere. Maybe the parent went to the gas station or something, but not for more than always less than an hour. It's kind of weird, right? I'm 34 years old, and
you live in the same town as is your wife's
Mhm.
brother who has kids, and like you guys
Mhm.
haven't like said, "Hey, send the kids over here, and we'll watch them for the night, so you guys can go out on a date or something."
Well,
like
we
that.
missed that window because
Now they're old enough to watch themselves. Or
well, some of them are old enough to watch the
the
youngest
other
one.
ones.
Yeah. So, whoa, man, missed it. Darn it. Shoot.
But if Balder moved down here, you could babysit his kids.
Well, and
Because
his
Blaine-
oldest is almost
Blaine
there.
is like kind of old enough to stay home on his own, but
But-
not necessarily
yeah,
be responsible for
true.
a 3-year-old.
Yeah, but he's not going to move here.
No, but
If they're on
hypothetically,
If they're on vacation,
yeah, you
or
could send
something.
them out on a date or something.
And those kids are pretty easy. Anyways,
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
The
some
ba-
kids.
The 3-year-old is hilarious. She's a great little girl.
She is the only 3-year-old girl whom I've ever met who thinks farts are hilarious.
Yeah. Her papa raised her right.
Definitely our niece.
Tastes like canned pineapple.
Now that you gotten to the bottom of it,
Tastes like canned pineapple.
sour canned pineapple. Like if you got a canned pineapple and put a warhead in it. Remember those things?
Yeah.
Are you disappointed?
I'm not disappointed.
Dude, I'm still getting the sour though. Dude, I have golf face, where because you're wearing your hat, and like tan on the bottom and light up top.
You took a shower. I'm still dirty.
Yeah, you still have dirt everywhere.
Yeah.
He's on vacation.
It's like I told you and Bald Senior, I don't have to lie in bed with a woman tonight, so I don't care if I'm dirty or not.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
You just have to wash my sheets when I'm done.
I'll just leave them there for the next person.
Might be me.
Could be. No, I bet Bald and Harry's mom will be here before then. You have to pee.
I gotta pee.
We'll be right back. There you go.
We're back.
Bald's not.
No more dancing in my shorts.
See, now you know how I usually try to keep you on when you have to pee?
Yeah.
Now, I can't because it's going to be my problem too if you pee your pants.
Yeah, that's true. Pee all over your chair.
Yeah,
your floor.
in my new floors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you put these floors in?
Yeah, me and Harry Senior. Step Bald and Harry.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. You gotta have an audible reaction.
Sour.
Sour.
It is a sour beer. Yeah. I guess we forgot to tell you that part of it.
You just said fruit pineapple. But it's good.
I like
Nice.
it.
I drink it.
Nice.
There you go.
A beer
Look at that.
that Mrs. Harry will
The
drink.
microphone probably couldn't pick me up.
That's okay. But we could go down to
I would drink that.
Arkane someday and enjoy it.
It's so awesome that you live next to this
Renowned
badass brewery.
brewery.
Yeah.
I guess she's gonna hang out with us.
That's funny that he knows about. Is it like a big place? Like it just seems like maybe it's just a little place in Largo.
See, every time I've driven by it, I'm like, Arkane. You know what I mean? Like, what a dumb name for a brewery. But I guess it's legit.
I wonder what the origins of the name is. It's Arkane.
You can find out. You have the internet. I'm not close. Normally, I'd look it up and show it on my screen, but it's the whole thing. So, she's playing a game. My dog is playing a game. What is Arkane? Arkane. What is Arkane? It's all of it's like there's like an Arkane studio, and there's the Arkane Aleworks.
I'm gonna pour myself a little bit more.
Well, arcane with a C is an adjective. Is understood by few, mysterious or secret. So, for example, modern math and its arcane notation. They're misunderstood. Not many people know about it.
Crazy.
Dude, you think you're ready for something?
Like some bald and hairy trivia.
You were practicing that this whole time just to impress me. I'm so proud. I am so proud. Let's go ahead and share the screen here. Let's we're gonna need volumes up all the way. Let's hear it. Here's a guy that we played golf with.
Hi, Bald. Hi, Harry. Had a great day with you guys on the golf course today. Got a little space trivia for you today with the launch of the Falcon rocket with real live American astronauts on there, which all seems to be great. That's awesome. We need that. But speaking of space, question for you. What is the most common type of star found in the Milky Way galaxy?
I personally don't know any kind of stars.
What's one kind of star?
Don't they have like the dwarf stars?
Dwarf, like.
And they have like the big ones. What are those called?
I'm trying to find thinking the difference between planets and stars.
Wait. You don't know the difference?
No, I know the difference, but like the names of them. But dwarf is definitely the name of a star.
Yeah. And that's the only one I can think of.
I have no clue.
I'm going with dwarf because that's the only one I know.
Yeah, that sounds okay to me. I think he stumped us on this one.
I mean, yeah, he had to give us a chance, you know. I don't think he gave us a chance on this one. Unless I'm right. Guess we'll find out. Here we go.
It's a tricky one because they're there, you just can't see them. 3/4 of all of the stars in the Milky Way galaxy are red dwarf stars.
I mean, come on, hey!
We can't see any of them. So, good question. And I bet you guys both get that right because you're so smart.
I'm counting that as a win.
Yeah, that's pretty darn good.
I knew there were multiple types of dwarfs, right? So if somebody said, what's the most common star? And I said, well, a dwarf star, obviously, because there's so many red dwarfs, right? So I'm just going to say.
And you can't see them, so.
Yeah. Nailed it. Boom. Yeah. That's test-taking skills there, right? Like, well, I'm just going to put down the only answer that I think could make sense.
Sour. You just like sours a lot more than I do.
They're good, dude. You like whiskey sours?
No.
You ever had one?
Yes.
They taste like Las Vegas. Dude, I am going to have some heartburn tonight. I'm dying.
I think so, yeah.
That's just because we just drink beer all day, you think?
Could be.
Our stomach's just going, stop! Like.
So we golfed today, right?
Yeah.
And we had a couple contests.
Sure did.
One contest was the major contest.
Which is a game I just made up.
Yep. And Harry won that game.
I mean, I think that's a great game to play with 3 players. Now,
it was a game that it was very risk reward to the best player.
Yes, the best player had to prove that they were the best player.
Yes.
So the way the game went is, so 3 players on the odd. So I'm just going to start from the first hole. So from the first hole, you all play on your own, just regular. We don't play like USGA rules.
Yeah, just kind of stroke rules. We did do penalty shots.
Yes, we did.
No mulligans.
Nope. Unless it was like, come on, man, you just got to take that over. That kind of thing. And so at the end of the hole, the players kind of, between the 3 of us, we figure out who had the best hole. And it honestly could have just been, dude, you had such a miraculous shot. I know you didn't have the best score, but that was a great shot. So you deserve the win on this one. So the winner of that hole, the odd hole, number 1, when they go to the second hole, they are going to be paired against the other 2 players. So the other 2 players versus the winner of the previous hole. And here's a trick, and this is where I would adjust it, but it was fun anyways, is the pair is playing a scramble, meaning they're playing the best shot every single shot, which that's really where it kind of screws over the winner of the previous hole. It probably should be best ball, meaning that they take the best score from the 2. But it was fun.
It was fun.
So at the end of the even hole, if the champion per se wins the hole, they get 3 hole points. Where otherwise, if the challengers per se win the hole, they split the 3 and get 1.5 each. And it ended up being really even. I only won by a stroke and a half. I mean, that's
it was,
or 1.5 points, which is 1 hole of a split. So that's a pretty
nobody
close
ran
game.
away with it.
No,
it was. But then we had side bets.
Yes. Which is probably why I'm not feeling so great.
Surprisingly, I decided the side bet.
Yeah.
So there were when I decided it, it just so happened that there were 3 par 3s left on the course.
Yes.
So I decided the closest to the pin.
Even if it's not on the green, by the way.
Just the closest has to chug a beer.
Yes, which, as much as I love beer, I don't like chugging beer. I am a sipper of beer. I usually take longer on the beers, even on this show. Like, I'm just kind of like, I just enjoy my beers. So anyway, Bald Senior was like, oh, this is going to suck, Yeah. But sure enough, dude rips one and lands 6 feet from the hole. We thought it was in the hole because we couldn't see the hole from where we were. And even when we got closer, you still couldn't see it. I bet his heart was going a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was playing it cool, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he was like,
Yeah.
that's close.
Oh.
So he had to chug the first beer. And he did
a pretty good job. I'll go
chugging.
ahead and put the videos on here.
There's mud in your eye.
How great would it be if he puked? He did it.
Once this is said and done, we'll put it on there. But he did good. He got it down to like here on his first,
Yeah, the first, before he took the beer from the
Yes. I was kind of proud of him.
So second hole, Harry smacks one straight onto the green. Maybe his best shot of the day.
Ripped my 7-iron right where I was aiming it, which was just the middle of the green.
On the signature hole of the course.
The signature
Over
hole.
the
It's a
pond.
beautiful, beautiful hole.
Over the pond. It was a great shot.
I mean, it wasn't super close, but again, if you're just aiming for the middle of the green and you hit the middle of the green, you're just like, wow, that's exactly what I was aiming for.
So he's a ginormous Winnie when it comes to chugging beers.
Yes.
It took him like 3 minutes to chug one.
No, it was less than that because I will tell you that. So we finished the hole, right? And then I decided to do it. And I got more than halfway done with it on the first glug, per se. And then I took 4 or 5 big
Yeah.
sips after that.
Big sips.
And then I was done with the beer. That's just, you guys can watch for yourself right now.
So
Are you good to go? Go, 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 go. Weak.
I think I did better than you. You got half a beer left, don't you? Jesus. Your old man kicks your ass.
I got GERD, man.
GERD.
Yeah. From drinking too much beer.
Oh. GERD. Really?
This isn't a beer sipping contest.
I'm almost there. Oh, I'm caught it.
So we get to the third one, and of course,
Now,
they
hang on.
conspired
No,
against me.
first of all, you had the honor too, though. You had the honor going on to the next hole because your team had won the previous hole.
So they conspired against me and said, "Let him hit the ball, and however well he does, we're going to do worse."
Which you
on
didn't do
purpose."
very well. So I was kind of
No.
worried. Like I was honestly worried. Like,
But you guys talked behind my back, didn't you?
isn't that what you do in golf? You always talk behind people's back in golf.
So they talked behind my back and said, "We're going to purposely duff our tee shots."
Now, Bald Senior did a really good job of selling his duff. I have to say, he took like a full stroke, and I think he just picked it like he just picked his shoulder up or something, so he'd top it. But like, Bald's shot wasn't good. So like,
No,
like,
it was not good.
So like, I'm like in my backswing going like, I might accidentally, because I'm not good. I'm not good at like controlling things like that. I was like, I literally might hit better than him on accident. And Bald was so pissed off that he made me shoot it again.
Well, you hit it like 5 yards.
It hit the tee
I
box in
said,
front
"Pick
of me.
up your damn ball and try it again." And then you purposely hit it into the water.
Yeah. I was trying to sell it to you, like, he wouldn't purposely hit his ball into the water.
But you did.
I did, yeah.
So then I had to chug a beer.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't have been so concerned about because I'm very good at chugging beers.
You can definitely hold your own. I wouldn't say, like, the best of all time, no, but you're very good at it.
Especially if it wouldn't have been so cold because it had been sitting on ice.
It was a cold beer.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
So I chugged the beer in 8-9 seconds.
Check it out yourself.
Whenever you're ready, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
And through the magic of TV, there it is.
So I'm
You
pretty
can-
proud of my beer chugging.
You can see in these videos, there's a very beautiful course, very beautiful day.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was such a good time.
Dude, I've said this multiple times today, that was the most fun I've had on a golf course. Like, I've had great times on a golf course too, but that was a
And
great
you know
time
the
on a
thing
golf
about,
course.
like, not that getting drunk is our goal all the time.
No.
But we got that perfect amount of like we're drinking and having fun, but we didn't get drunk.
No, I didn't feel buzzed or drunk
No.
at all, especially because you're sweating so much and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're not, but it was just having beers with family and anything you could have asked for, minus a hole in one. We got.
Yeah. It was a good time. Thank you, East Bay Golf Course.
Like in golf is like, I mean, I've never had heroin, but it's like heroin. Like they say, like the first time is like so good, so you just ride it. You know, like you're always chasing it again. That's gonna be us with this golf day. You know, we're gonna be like, oh, I want to go golfing again.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that sucked
We
compared
all
to that
played
one time.
well for a good portion of
The day, and even when we were sucking, we were still hitting some good shots now and then.
So,
Little known fact here that I can hit my 5-iron further than Harry can hit his driver or ball game. Sorry,
yeah.
it's kind of weird.
I don't hit the ball very far.
But you're more consistent than I am, and your chip shot is phenomenal.
Sometimes.
I think it's pretty good. The part of my game I've been, dude, you can finish this.
No, you finish it. I don't want any more.
Well, dude, I got a lot left, and we still have to film. So, look at this guy talking about how much he loves chugging beer and all this, and he's like, "Oh, I need more beer."
We need to take a selfie with the beer. Can we take a screenshot?
Screenshots don't look as good. We'll do it after.
Okay.
But what was I saying? I don't remember. Should we start rating it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. So, I'm just going to do this on my phone because it's just going to be better that way. Drinkability.
I'm going to give it a 4. The sweetness of it makes it pretty, like it's pretty easy to drink. It's got a little bit of sour to it,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, the sweetness makes it like drinking a juice almost.
And it's definitely not filling.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're not going to get a bellyache. You could drink this whole thing and you're not going to get a bellyache.
both of us already had belly aches going into this.
Yeah.
With the beers and all that. But it's definitely not like, oh, I can't take any more sips.
Yeah.
The tartness kind of gets to you a little bit, but not enough to not go back for more.
Yeah, I'd say a 4.
Definitely a good 4. I got a bug in mine though. Does that help? Hopefully.
Protein.
So flavor.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Because you don't like sours.
It's a little bit, I think it is because of sour, but it has a good pineapple flavor, but not good pineapple flavor.
Do you think they just have a bunch of those big Dole cans?
Number 10
of
cans of
pineapple?
pineapple.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah, I'd be
And
interested
It
to
doesn't
know.
have that fresh pineapple taste. It has a canned pineapple taste, which to me is good. Don't get me wrong. I'll eat myself some canned pineapple, but it
For
isn't
sure.
the same as fresh pineapple.
And the beer's fresh too. Like we said, it's made less than a week ago. It's so. I wish. Because this is just from their tap. So. Or right from when it's brewed, so it's not like a can where we can look. I love it. I love the. Dude, you have a full 750 of saison to get through tonight, so. I like it when like brewers have like a story on a beer. You know what I mean? Like I really love. Like Cigar City does a great job of telling us like, here, this is the inspiration behind this beer. these guys, I don't think they're so much into that. Like, I looked on their Facebook page, they have like Skittles, sour, like they just like making crazy concoctions and hopefully it sticks kind of a thing. So it's a little bit different where Cigar City's more like very intentional with what they're doing.
Yeah. It's almost like they come up with the idea before they come up with the beer.
Yeah.
Maybe these guys come up with the beer and then they come up with the idea.
Well, right. They're just like, let's just throw this in here. Let's try to do this.
Yeah.
Let's try to do that. And, you know, on their Facebook page, they're always like, hey, this is available. Well, it's sold out. Hey, this is available. Oh, it's sold out. Like, they make very limited batches.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's...
It's just different strategy.
Yeah.
You know, just a different...
Cigar City's a big national brewery.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
these guys
I can't compare the two. You're right. But I think there's just two different styles of brewing beer. This is probably more fun. You know, like you show up to work and you're just like, you know what? I was thinking about this.
So how does that rated on your flavor?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a 4 on flavor. There's no time limit on giving the ratings of the beer. You just
I was just trying to see where you're going with it.
Yeah, I kind of lost it and just kept talking.
Okay.
Now, value.
How much did we pay for this?
That was $11 or $12.
So $6 for a beer.
Yes. And so traditionally, I think you do take home from them, but traditionally it's really only in the tasting room. You know, you go there, you have a tap beer, you have the service, you know what I mean? So you're paying for all of that. And then just bringing it home because of what we're going through right now. So this one's really hard, especially because
we're paying for the same price that we would if we were sitting at the bar.
Yes, 100%. So
which $6 is about.
That's about right. It's about right for a like a very handmade craft thing. You know, It's not like they just had a bunch of barrels in the back that they bought and you're selling it to you. No, they made it for you. Plus, let's face it, hanging out in my Florida room is better than going to a bar. It's kind of warm in here now.
I like going to the bar.
You like talking to people.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but you're talking to me. Probably the coolest guy.
That's true. But I like going to the bar.
I know you do. It's very strange. When you were younger, you didn't like talking to people. Now you really like talking to people.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 3.
I think a 3 is a fair assessment. It's 6% alcohol, so it's not crazy, but most sours aren't very high. I'm getting what I want out of a sour. But again, I'm just not used to buying a can of beer for $11.
Yeah.
But I understand it's not the same. It's different. You hear those frogs, dude?
They're going at it.
Oh yeah, I think they go at it a lot. Good for them.
So overall, not a bad beer. Cool.
Enjoyable.
Experience.
Really enjoyable. You know, and I think it's great that we had this like tropical beer while you're here. You know, anytime Bald's here, he always talks about how much he loves the palm trees and
yeah, that's why I wanted to do it.
It's
this say tropical.
Yeah,
you know, I just want to be a part of it.
Like I understand pineapples aren't Florida. I get it. Coconuts really aren't even Florida either. It's more like Hawaii and shit like that. But it's all the same. It's tropical. It's you know, beachy. Even though we don't even go to the beach. You saw the beach today, though. Well, didn't see the beach, but you were next to the beach today.
Yeah.
Were a lot of people down there?
No.
No, like I'm not saying like at the brewery, but like on the beach road.
No.
No?
No, not a ton.
Anywho, but you're right. It was very fitting for us to have this one.
Yeah. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having a beer with me.
Yeah.
Now we just got to figure out what to do with the other two. Dude, we have so much beer right now. We don't know what to do with it. because he has limited.
Be up all night.
Ball has such limited room to bring stuff home too, so it's like, what do we do? We'll figure it out. That's our challenge for the night. Thanks for having this beer with me. It was good.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming down. Wish you could come down more often. Or I'll just move here. Come on, we could go golfing year round.
Well, we can find out in about 5 minutes when we look at the Powerball.
That's right. You got your tickets on you?
Yep.
When is the drawing? Is it at midnight? It's probably already happened.
Yeah.
Should we do it? I mean, just in case you win,
Record
we'll
it.
have it here. I don't know when it is, so we could be recording this for no reason. Powerball. I think this is it. It's May 30th. Today's May 3rd. How much shit do you have in your wallet? What are those, like receipts from
Cold hard
1992?
cash, baby.
All right. I hate giving out the first number because it can just ruin your dreams right now. 13.
No.
Okay, so we didn't win millions of dollars.
No.
32?
No.
41.
No.
58.
No.
60.
Got one of those.
Oh! And the Powerball is 14.
Got that.
Hey, you got some money out of it because I think you get something if you get the Powerball.
We'll have to stop by the gas station.
There you have it. You can move down here on the dollar that won you.
All right.
Anywho, just come move down here anyways.
Well, nice having a beer with you, dude.
Dude, for real, thanks for all the beers we've had. To many more. It's good.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go drink some more.
Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you all later. And have a good one.
Yep.
Thanks, Arkane.